supply room of the cat adoption building. We're going to go through how to prepare the food bins for the cats. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to take this assessment form off of the wall. You're going to do what day of the week it is. You're going to do month, the day of the month. You're going to put your first name and last initial. Then you're going to deal with the first question, which is how many bins of the gray, these are the large gray bins it speaks of, are prepared at this time. First thing you're going to do before you have any chance to touch the cat food is you're going to get a pair of gloves. There are gloves on this card. There are gloves at the inside the front door of the building. There's gloves in multiple areas around here. You will put the gloves on. It's more for the protection of the cats so that we don't pass anything on to them through their food. So you're going to take the first bin, and the food should be covered with one of the commercial towels, and so then we're going to take a look and see how much. This will be approximately 1 layer, and that would then be what I would put on how many. So here would go 1 layer. Then under this is for the kittens, and this one is a half to 3/4 full, and it too is covered by the commercial towel. How do you know which bin has cat food and which bin has kitten food? We have signs on the outside that are circled with what's there. The date that was made is the date that the food in the bin was already made. So the kitten one down here was done on the 30th with some extra done yesterday on the 1st. And then this cat one, some was done on the 29th with more added then on the 30th. So then I will have gone to the animal control officer, which is the second part of the form question, animal control officer. And I was told they wanted a complete bin of the adult food, and they had enough of the kitten food for today. So then that helps me plan how I'm going to fill these. This is then taken over to the table, which is in the break room, which is the room right next to the supply room. We find it easiest to fill the bins out there because, as in this case, we're going to have to take the food that's already in the adult cat bin and move it out of the bin to put in the fresh food. There's really just not enough room in here to be setting small food dishes. We have packages of the dishes or trays, boats, whatever you want to call them, that we put the food in. So we'll make sure we have one of those. We have the signage of whether it's the cat food or the kitten food, and we'll make sure that we have a couple of those because I'll show you filling those out. Then we always use a 1/2 cup to fill either cat food or kitten food. You'll want to double check when you grab the measuring cup that you actually have a 1/2 cup. Sometimes you can check in the bag itself, because in this case there's one actually been left in the bag. But again, the main thing is check to be sure that you're only using a 1/2 cup for either cat food or kitten food. And off I go. So what you're going to do is you're going to take out the food that is already in the bin. The reason for that is we want to put the fresher food on the bottom so that the food that's already been out gets used first. That's why doing it in here is usually a better choice than doing it in the supply room. So the question may then be, how do I fill the food itself? Put them in this way and they'll run this way. There's nothing wrong with putting them in across the short end first and run them this way. You're just going to put a whole layer down. Now, for the speed of the video, we're going to assume I put a whole layer down here. So then you're going to open up this bag and you're going to put in a level of the measuring cup. And again, I double checked, it says a half a cup here, and you're just going to put it in and tap down. Once you fill all those, then you're going to come back with the second layer and again, put it on top, take a scoop, put it in. You'll fill it then all the way through to the level that you're looking for. We're going to assume that I have filled this about 3/4 of the way full because I'm going to have at least one layer or a little bit more on top. So we have now filled this with the fresh food. We're going to take one of the commercial towels. They can be any color, but you will have been told they are the commercial towels. And you're just going to lay it on top. Then you're going to take the sign that says cat or kitten, and you will mark with a pen of some sort, whether it's cat food or kitten food, and the date that it's made, and you're going to set it right here on top of the towel. Then you're going to take the food that we took out and you're going to replace it right across the top. Don't worry about setting it on top of the paper, it will be fine. So you're going to have all this. We'll have a second commercial towel, and you will then cover that top layer of food there, and you will, so the sign on the outside that we've been seeing in this video talks about the food that's on top. So this indicates this was the cat food and that it was done on the 29th with an addition made on the 30th. And that's pretty much all there is to doing the cat food. Once this is all done, then you just return your supplies. Now that we have finished getting the food prepared and in its bins, the last part is you're going to take the assess the need for cat food prep form. You're going to have filled it out all the way down here to number 3. Number 3 has a yes and a no. You're going to circle yes if you checked and you saw that needed to be done, and yes, that you actually did get the food prepared. Now, why would you circle no? No is going to mean yes, you checked because you filled out the form, but no, for whatever reason, you were unable to fill the need for the adult cat food. So then you're going to take this paper and you're going to put it here. Into the cat building volunteer room where you will have signed in, and then it goes right up on this clip on the wall inside the door, and then it's taken and someone puts it in for data entry, and that's the end of how to do the cat food prep.